Good morning. So I wanted to do a video this morning because the one that posted this morning early was the one with Mom's MRI visit, and in it I was in the car and I was showing y'all my camera setup that I have to be able to check on him when I'm gone. What you thinking about?
I'm thinking about something.
What? I seen your little head sitting there thinking. Okay, so what I wanted to say, I'm going to put a screenshot of the camera. And I do want to say this, that you can get any brand. I specifically was looking for security cameras with two-way radios. So I could talk to him and he could talk to me. Now, the only problem with these, and I don't know if there's a different one somewhere, and there may be one like where he could go up and push a button and get my attention on my phone somehow, give me a notification. I don't know. I do know that with this camera, he can't, he can stand there and talk to me all day long, but until I open the app and look at him and the app's open and I can see the room, then I can hear the TV is on, I can hear the dog barking if the dog barks, I can hear the bird chirping, and I can hear him talking. But I have to open that app to hear those things. So I don't know if there's a camera out there that he could be able to go push a button and talk to me without, you know, the app being opened or something. I don't know. But this was what I found, and it's like my, please put padding under that because that irritates me, that sound. He draws and he draws hard, and I can hear the But anyway, this is like the third camera we've gone through for different reasons. One time, the best camera that I had, and I don't remember the name of it now. I can't remember the name of it, but my app stopped working. And so I deleted it and then deleted the app and then went back in. I read that on troubleshooting, delete the app, then go back in and reinstall it. And when I went back to reinstall it from the Play Store, it was no longer available. So I guess that's why it stopped working, was that it was obsolete, the camera whole system. So I got another one that I didn't like, and I sent it back. And then I got this one, and it worked out pretty good. So it's wireless, so you only need to plug it in. It works off the internet. And one of the reasons that I wanted to address the video from this morning was, number one, everybody was asking about the camera. What kind of camera was it? And it's called I think it's an Asian name. I don't know, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. But it's called like Wansview, WANSVIEW. And I've got a screenshot of it. My screenshot even shows that this one was purchased like last time purchased June something of last year. So but it shows the whole description from Amazon. The first one I bought, the one that I liked so much but it stopped working, was I actually purchased it at Walmart. Walmart online, not at the store. But a second reason I wanted to address the video was because I had somebody, and I only had one person say this, but I got to thinking maybe that's in other people's minds too. But she said, "I can't believe you leave him home alone." And I'm thinking, okay, so how many people have thought, well, he's disabled and she leaves him at home by himself? Well, that's the whole purpose of the camera. And I'll also say that I would not even leave him at home with the camera, thinking that's a good way for me and him to communicate when I'm not in the house. But I would not even do that if I didn't have people all around me that are home. So, you know, Dad is retired. Bree does not work. You know, she's pregnant and she's not working right now. Mom's usually with me, but even before that, even before the stuff with Mom, if I went to town or went to my own doctor's appointment or took Debbie to the first few times I took Debbie to Houston for her doctor, and they were long days, that's when I decided I would start taking him. I was able to check on him all day long. But there's people home all around. I mean, y'all have to remember that we are surrounded by family here, and somebody is always home. If I was to check him and he said, you know, I dropped a glass and it broke or something, he knows not to mess with glass. He knows not to try to pick it up. Levi is autistic, but he's, to a degree, very high functioning. No, he can't drive a car and he can't go to a job. He can't use the stove. That's why I showed y'all how he makes tea. He can make a gallon of tea 100 times a day if he wanted to on his own. He's not allowed.
I'm allowed to make the tea.
I know you like to make tea, but you're only allowed 1 gallon a day. But I thought, y'all are all thinking, I can't believe she leaves him by himself. So I just want to make everybody aware and to remember that there's family all over the place here. My middle son is behind me. My other son is beside me. My daughter-in-law is beside me. She works in real estate, but sometimes her days are at home. She's working from home. All I have to do is call them and say, hey, look, will you go check on Levi? I've done that before when I can't get him to come down from the hallway. And I've checked him 2 or 3 times in like a 10-minute span, and he won't come to the living room. I get one of them, somebody, to walk over or drive down, Daddy on his mule, or Steph will walk over, and, you know, he's not allowed to open the door. The doors are always locked. He knows how to unlock them and get out if there's a fire or something, but he knows only family is allowed in the house. In fact, just the other day, I was working out back on that, on the goat house, and I was out for a long time, and when I come in, he said somebody was knocking at the door. Well, I don't know who knocked at the door, but I knew immediately then that, and I think it was actually some people for eggs, because I do sell eggs to just a couple of people around Plum Grove, and I think one of them popped in for eggs, and, you know, he didn't open the door. He didn't know who it was. It wasn't family, so he didn't open the door. But, yeah, so I got the camera when he graduated high school, and I knew that I still had to work. I'm a single mom. I have to have a job. You know, I had a job. I have bills. I have a household to run. And he was going to be home by himself. And, you know, there's not enough money in this home to pay somebody to come in and sit with him. And he was too old to go. I guess I could say, well, I dropped him off at Mom's every day. But he didn't like that. He was like, you know, in his mind frame, he's a teenager. He doesn't want to go sit at Mom's. Just the other night, I had Elora. Buddy sent me a message, could Connor and Elora spend the night? They were going out. And I said, yeah. Well, when he came over, he only had Elora. Connor had decided he wanted to stay home. So he didn't want to go anywhere. So he was watching. No, they have a camera set up too, but they have a real setup. But he decided he didn't want to spend the night at Nanny's, so he just stayed there, and he knows to walk across, you know, to come across the yard if he needs me. He could call me if he needed me. I kept an eye on the house over there. That's just what you do when you live in a family, and we're, you know, in a big family where everybody's around you. You just check on everybody. So I just wanted to let everybody know that, you know, that, yeah, he's here sometimes by himself, and he knows what he can do and what he's not allowed to do. And if I feel like something's not quite right, I call somebody to come check him. Now, I know I was telling a story when I seen Mom coming out of the MRI clinic, and I had to shut the camera down, and everybody, I had several comments saying, please tell us that story, finish the story. So I'll finish the story. I was on my bus run, and I have a layover. It's like almost a 20-minute layover that I sit at one of the campuses after dropping off my first set of kids. I have a 20-minute sit before the school lets out and the kids come to the bus. And so, you know, you do things on your phone, or you sweep your bus. You know, you do all the things you need to do on the bus. Then you have sit time. So I was checking him, and when it when the app opened, he was standing right here in front of the camera, and he was saying, well, I could see him before the audio picked up, and he was butt naked, and there was soap still in his hair coming down the side of his face. And I'll tell you that too, that day is when I started buying him like a baby shampoo, no more tears shampoo, because he was telling me that he had soap in his eyes and it was burning, and it broke me. It broke my heart that I wasn't with him, and I didn't know, when you think about it, how long he'd been standing there. You know, had he just walked in when I turned the camera on, it just so happened, or had he been standing there 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes? And I couldn't even get off my bus. I mean, it's not like I can just, okay, well, I'm going to come home. I'm not at a place where I can come home. I've got to get out of there. I've got to get back to the bus barn. I've got to go in, tell somebody I got to leave. Levi's got soap in his eyes, and somebody's got to get on my bus. I got to get in my car, and I have a 10-minute drive home. So we're looking at another 20 minutes before I could even be home, probably a little bit longer than that. So what I did was, I told him, I said, Levi, go get back in the bathtub and wash your face. Put lots of cold water on your face, and then come back and tell Mama. So he went back down the hallway, and in a few minutes he came back, and I said, and he goes, I got the soap out of my eyes. And I said, so you're okay now? Your eyes are not burning? He says, eyes are not burning. And so after that, he was not allowed to take baths while I was not home. But also after that, I bought him No More Tears shampoo, so that will never, ever happen again. But he knows now not to take baths when I'm not home. Because I got to thinking, that could have been another thing. What if he slips down in the bathtub? I mean, it's not like he slips down, but what if he did? That's an accident. That's what accidents are. So, yeah, that was a story that I was going to tell, and then Mom came out, and my mind had to switch to something else. But
That's what accidents are.
That's what accidents are. Accidents are accidents. Things happen, and they're accidents. Isn't that what you tell me all the time when you do things wrong? You say accidents happen? Yeah, he's gotten good at that. Doing things he knows he's not supposed to do, and then telling me accidents happen. Anyway. So that was the story, and I'm going to put a screenshot of the camera so you can read the name of it, and so that, you know, but you just go to Amazon and put in security cameras. I think I put indoor security cameras with two-way radio, and so many won't pop up. And this one was only $30, so they're not expensive. And it's wireless, so I didn't have to run a line to my first one was not wireless. I had to run a line down that wall, and then it went in. That used to be that's my office in there, and that's where the internet came in, and that's where the router was in that room. And so the wire had to go down the wall and through the wall and to the router. But this one's wireless, and I love it. It's a peace of mind that you get when you leave the house. You know, lock the doors. You know, you don't open the doors for strangers, only family, and Mama will check you on the radio, on the camera, and I check him. Don't mess up your hair. We're fixing to go to town.
I like quite enough family, like strangers, that's like family.
Right.
Family.
Just family. And so anyway, we're going to run to town. I got some rat killing to do, and we will check with y'all later. God bless y'all.